New Vulcan rocket to launch with experimental satellite that could boost future GPS. Get ready to witness a historic moment in space exploration. On August 12th, the Space Force is set to launch the new Vulcan Centaur rocket, marking a significant milestone in its program history. But that's not all. This mission will also see the launch of an experimental navigation satellite, the Navigation Technology Satellite 3, NTS-3. Which has been waiting in the wings for several years. A momentous two-step for the Space Force. The USSF-106 mission, scheduled to launch from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, Florida, will not only mark the first launch of the Vulcan Centaur rocket, but also the first launch of an experimental navigation satellite in nearly 50 years. According to Colin Jim Horn III, mission director, this is a pretty historic point in our program history. We officially end our reliance on Russian-made main engines with this launch, and we continue to maintain our assured access to space with at least 2 independent rocket service companies that we can leverage to get our capabilities on orbit. NTS-3, a game-changer in navigation technology. The NTS-3 spacecraft, developed by the Air Force Research Laboratory, is the Department of Defense's first experimental navigation satellite in 48 years. This expensive experiment, worth roughly $250 million, has been in the works for over a decade and is designed to conduct over 100 different experiments related to position, navigation, and timing. Joanna Hicks, a senior research aerospace engineer at the Air Force Research Laboratory, expressed her excitement about the launch, saying, "I can't tell you how excited I am to see it finally launched and finally start the on-orbit experimental mission." The stakes are high for ULA and the Space Force. The success of this mission is crucial for both United Launch Alliance, ULA, and the Space Force. ULA has invested heavily in the development of the Vulcan Centaur rocket, and a successful launch will pave the way for future missions. The Space Force, on the other hand, is relying on the Vulcan Centaur to provide assured access to space, reducing its dependence on a single launch provider. But here's where it gets controversial. The development of the Vulcan Centaur rocket has not been without its challenges. The rocket has faced delays and certification issues, and its second launch was marred by an anomaly with one of its solid rocket boosters. While ULA officials are confident that they have resolved the issues, the stakes are high, and any hiccups could have significant implications for the Space Force's access to space. The future of GPS. The NTS-3 satellite is just the beginning of a new wave of experiments and prototypes designed to bolster the Space Force's Global Positioning System (GPS) constellation. With the increasing threat of GPS jamming and spoofing, the Pentagon is recognizing the need for backups and alternatives to ensure the continued availability of accurate and reliable positioning, navigation, and timing (PNT) signals. What do you think? As the Space Force continues to develop new technologies to support its GPS constellation, we want to hear from you. Do you think the development of alternative PNT systems is a necessary step to ensure national security? Share your thoughts in the comments below.